Thank you very much for inviting us. It's a real pleasure. My name is Nikolay Ivanov, Nick, and
yes, my name is Dénes Nováky.
And we are from Shell Group. Dénes is from Shell Hungary, and I'm from Shell Bulgaria. My position is Road Safety Lead for Central Eastern Europe, and I support the Shell Group or the Shell downstream businesses. Everything that moves on wheels, we are responsible to support in terms of making sure that the road safety is really up to the perceived level, and we do all of our best to ensure that all the operations and everywhere we work and influence society also, road safety is on top of the agenda and the work-related activities that we say. So this is why we said it beyond the work related to road safety. Today we will try, in the short time that we have, to simply acquaint you with some of the main elements and some of the main bits and pieces that Shell does in terms of road safety, not only in-house, internally, but also externally, and we try to influence also, as I said, society at different levels. Of course, Shell is really a company which is devoted for many years, and it is our religion to do all of the works that we do in a safe manner. And our vision, as you can see, is to be the world-class leader in road safety in the markets where we operate, to achieve goal zero with no harms and no leaks. And we do believe in goal zero, and we have done a lot to move the processes forward to decrease all of the incidents and all the severe injuries or leaks or harm to people in a way forward. And we do believe that our vision is achievable by eliminating the recordable incidents in downstream. Today, in a very short time, we will try to present the main activities that we do. They're not limited to, but of course we are available also to answer questions or to interface and to cooperate in the future with similar activities. Shortly, the agenda, I will not go through all of them, but it's HSSE management system, the rules we have, the assurance process we have, the investigation of incidents, behavioral safety that we have actually started to work on not only internally but also externally in the group of Shell. We have an Arrive Alive program or a campaign when we started off some years ago, and it has evolved quite effectively throughout the years. Emergency Response and Safety Day. We will take turns with Dénes to simply go through the different slides, and at the end we will definitely have some time for questions. The Shell manuals and the policies, we have a very robust HSSE management system within the group of Shell companies, and the core of the work that we do is all related towards the HSSE control framework. We have manuals, standards. They're built, of course, absolutely in compliance to the legal requirements in all the countries we operate in. And one of those manuals and standards that you see, the small pictures here, is with the wheel, is the transportation manuals. They are the foundation, the base under which Shell and all of the hauliers and the contractors, all the external parties that we work, that is contractors and subcontractors, we go beyond all the way down to the chain to ensure that everyone follows the contractual obligations, follows the legal requirements, and we work on those minimum requirements. And of course, in many countries, like high-risk countries in terms of road transport activities, we have put higher standards to work within them. One of the main important topics you see here are journey management plan, driving in hours, controlling them, mobile phone policy usage, stop work policy, shelf life-saving rules. I just want to reinforce the message also is that Shell does not allow the usage of mobile phones for many years in any type of driving activities. Either the contractors or the Shell staff or even the External parties that work for us, this is absolutely forbidden. It is signed under a contractual obligation, and we do not support this activity. Mobile phones can be used only when a vehicle is in a stopped situation.
Before I start my part, I would like to share my personal story about road safety, why I am fully committed on road safety. Just imagine a 190 centimeter tall guy with shoulder like this, blue eyes, and what was the color of his hair? Let's say brown. He was 28 years old, and unfortunately, or fortunately, he was my brother, younger brother, and he died due to a car accident. It was a fatigue-related accident. So this is my personal story, why I am fully committed next to road safety. So, as Nick mentioned, that life-saving rule was launched in 2009, and since then, when we launched it, we could reduce the lost time injuries with 42%, fatal incident 75%, and more or less, it's very difficult to count, but we could save 30 lives. I do not want to go to the details, and I do not want to explain all the life-saving rules, but this last 4 is related with road safety. So no alcohol and drugs, or even no any narcotics or any medical pills can be taken when you are driving or working. As Nick mentioned, it's forbidden to use mobile phone, even hand-free or headset or any kind of mobile phone when you are driving, and you have to comply with the speed limit. You have to wear your seat belt, and you have to follow the journey management plan. As Nick mentioned, these life-saving rules have to be followed not only by the employees, but the contractors and the subcontractors as well. It's fully, all the employees and the subcontractors who wants to breach these rules, it means that she doesn't want to work for Shell. So it's included in my bonus malus, in my GPA and everything, so I can be even fired if I breach one of these rules. So it's very strict, and we have to follow it.
In order to ensure that all the rules and all the requirements are followed strictly, we have very robust audits and reviews processes, or we call them assurance processes, on different levels. We are aiming mainly at the heavy good vehicles in this respect, simply because the road tankers that deliver the fuels to the retail sites are quite huge. They are carrying dangerous products. They work 24/7, and there is a lot of kilometers which they run on the roads, and there is a lot of exposure. And we try to influence society as well by making sure that we are the best practice and one of the best in the markets where we operate in terms of safety. Therefore, the group of Shell has developed different levels of, we call them line of defense, and this is industry actually standards. One of them you see here is the road transport pillar audits. We'll have a flavor just to see them in a while. This is a very robust audit of the transportation companies or the contractors that we work with, along with their drivers. Actually, Shell works with third-party contractors. We do not have our own drivers or own fleet, even though you will see a lot of tankers painted in Shell colors. And these companies that we work with, they also work with many other oil majors. Therefore, we influence not only Shell environment, but we also influence in safety behavior the other companies and people and drivers that are around the roads. Just to give you a flavor that one such audit is lasting approximately 2 days. We really go deeply into many questions and answers and requirements, and all of them have to be really assured that they are up to date. And here you see the so-called road transport pillar audit, which is an electronic version. We focus on the HSSE aspects. This is around the management system and the requirements, including life-saving rules, just like you saw a while ago. The driver management, are drivers following all of the rules and all of the requirements legal, plus additional from Shell. Vehicle management, are they maintained, are they fit for driving, etc. And journey management, which is a very important factor, which also includes fatigue management, one of the most serious incident causations. And on the bottom side you will see that there is an outcome of the audits, and of course what we are aiming at is to work with hauliers or contractors that are scoring above 2, which are so-called green banding, or they are in the acceptable or the best practice level. It's sort of proudness to say that I would say that more than 90% of all of the hauliers that we work with are in the best practice green banding and best practice level. But there is a lot of work standing behind and a lot of efforts in terms of influencing the behavior and influencing their the outcome and the way that they grasp safety on the roads within their hearts and minds. Dénes?
Okay, thank you. Investigations and learning. In Shell, all the incident, accident, any events are reported, fully investigated, analyzed, and learnings are shared. We are not looking for the guilty, we are not looking for the sinner, we are looking for the root causes. We do not want to repentance of the accident or the incident. So we do not have this blame culture, so we have no blame culture, and all the incident after the investigation, I mean the learnings, shared not only among the employees but the stakeholders and in the wide community, because we believe that we can learn from the incident. During the investigation we use this type of methodology. If someone wants to or interested about it, we can share the details during the coffee break. The other thing which is very important is the proactive reporting, near misses and potential incident. We encourage our employees, even the subcontractors, to report as many as possible near misses, potential incident. Why? Because we believe that it helps to change the mindset and the behavior. On top of all, we are not just encourage them to report it, but we have a special recognition every month for the best reports to the drivers or to the employees.
So throughout the years within Shell we have been thinking, what else can we do? How else can we modify and improve the education, the teaching, the coaching and influencing of people to be much better on the road, and not only within the Shell contracts but also outside within the communities. So we turn towards the behavioral safety with different trainings and different programs. One of them is the Arrive Alive program. Actually it started off in 2013 and it started to develop throughout the years. We will touch base in a while with this. Defensive driving training, this is something really a valuable program which has been existing for many years in Shell, and it is mandatory. All people driving for work for Shell, that they have to go through a period of 2-year period of defensive driving training. When I'm saying defensive driving training, this is preventing incident, not going into an incident and learn how to get out of it. So it's really important that we put stress on this. People that have not, or employees or contractors that have not gone through defensive driving training within the respective period of time, or maybe they will have to go in more frequent, basis due to different reasons. In other words, coaching and additional training they need. They're not allowed simply to drive on company business. The other programs that we have is recognition of drivers and recognition of hauliers. This is an event which has been taking place, and from last year and this year we have put a lot of efforts in place to recognize drivers and to incentivize them in different matters. Reflective learning is one of the developed programs from Arrive Alive, where we have been really putting efforts to discuss and take and get the feedback from the respective other parties, like drivers on the road or hauliers, and to have a good discussion and not only tell you what to do, but that they tell us what they want to see and what modules we can develop together with them. In other words, delivering through others. And rollover prevention is one of the key factors, and we still continue to focus on this one, simply because rolling over, or road tankers, in other words, the big vehicles, or even in operations where we have different construction or different engagements with hauliers with light vehicles, this is one of the most serious problems. And this is why we have put a lot of efforts on preventing rollovers, and I would say that throughout the years we have managed to decrease them for over 60%, which is really good, great success. The Arrive Alive program main factors in 2015-2016 is that we want to do the best practices. We would like to focus on three main elements. This is behavioral safety, facilitation at the same time, and driver training together. And this, we believe, is driving people towards goal zero. We have started also a program called Frontline Facilitation Leadership Training, where we have trained the hauliers, the contractors, or people on the field on how to facilitate sessions with different stakeholders and to promote the different aspects of the different modules that we put in the Arrive Alive program. Actually, when it started off, the Arrive Alive program was like toolbox talks, like 15 minutes to 30 minutes sessions, or weekly sessions, or monthly meetings with different stakeholders and mainly drivers on the road. Eventually it developed like a reflective learning to get the feedback and the learnings from different situations and how to prevent them. And now you see that one of the major bits and pieces that we have achieved also is blind spot exercise during safety day. Dénes will show you. We told you about the haulier innovation program. Last year we had hauliers from all over the world coming up with safety proposals in terms of innovative ideas on how to improve safety on the roads. And also we have driver engagement with families. We are really keen and really put a lot of efforts in terms of external stakeholders, or having people from different environments and society to be involved in our road safety engagements. The main challenges for 2016 within the shells on the road safety is fatalities, including incidents caused by third parties. As I said, we have managed to bring down serious incidents from Shell-related and Shell-related contractors, etc. But still we have and suffer from third-party behavior on the roads, and this is why we are focusing especially on driver behavior and third parties and preventing such incidents. Rollovers and serious motor vehicle incidents, I already mentioned that we have a special focus and challenge on such behavior. And we also really focus on light vehicle drivers on road safety awareness. This is a flavor, or simply an example, not a flavor, I'm sorry, an example of the Arrive Alive program on themes and quarters. You see the themes like preparation is key, driving change together, anticipate and respect, stay alert, with different topics, behavior leading on the road, importance of daily vehicle checks, road safety in the community, intervention, risk normalization, etc. These are different models which are released by a special dedicated group on a global level. They make the presentations and the interaction program. They're accompanied not only by a slide pack, but they have a lot of movies, a lot of interactive sessions, and we get discussions with a lot of stakeholders, getting the feedback, and it's like a two-way discussion coming out to a different result in terms of changing the mindset and the behavior of people. And actually, we are really proud to say that we do not only influence, as I say, contractors and stakeholders, we influence society. And we believe that in many countries we operate, society has benefited from our mutual work and devotion to road safety.
It's your turn.
My turn. Yeah. As I said, defensive driving training, it is a theoretical and practical training exercises. They consist of theoretical training, which is half a day, with special dedicated models and developed models. Actually, Shell has taken out the best practices from world leaders in road safety training, like Rosper or Smith or other companies around the world. We have very good relations with them, and we have developed a special guidance document which is compulsory to be executed during defensive driving training modules all over the world, not only in specific countries. Above you see a road tanker, show road tanker drivers being trained in different situations, some practical sessions, and underneath you see that the light vehicle driver or company car drivers are being trained in different aspects. They're not only trained, they're also assessed, and they are given a feedback on what they have to improve during the next months and years to achieve a higher level of behavior on the road.
Once drill, as you can see, it's not an office exercise. We do not like this kind of office exercise because we believe that we can learn from this drill if we really do it in the real life, in the real environment. In this exercise, we could practice how we can avoid spill, what we can do in case of any incident like serious injuries, and how we can collaborate, how we can work together, fireman or ambulance or any emergency response unit. The top of all, we could practice how we can use the fire extinguisher or the fire blanket. For example, the learning from this exercise was that after this exercise we put to all of our tankers fire blanket. Before we just used, as it was complied with the legal requirements, fire extinguisher. But extinguish a burning people is a stuntman, by the way, so it's a real man. So using a fire extinguisher to extinguish burning people is very dangerous as well, because the powder can go to his mouth and it can cause choke. Yeah, not choke.
Suffocation.
Suffocate. Thank you. Yeah. So on top of all, we could practice the first aid case as well. The other thing is every year, it has more than 10 years historical background already. We have an annual safety day, and last year the safety day was dedicated especially for children, and we invited other stakeholders, for example, who could provide us this traffic jam simulation. Yeah, for children. More than 200 children participated during the day. So, and we strongly believe that teaching children to be safe is a very good for all of us, because they will be adult later on, and in this case maybe their behavior would be much better. During the day, the children could sit in the tanker and they could realize what is the blind spot from the tanker. So, it's again something which help for a better road safety culture. Especially, when bicyclists go on the road and they believe that the tanker driver see them, but not, unfortunately not. And on top of all, we had a tailbook, as Lajos had or has. And it was about road safety, and especially the right behavior at the retail side, the right behavior inside the car, and especially from children point of view. And
Thank you. So we are towards the end of our presentation, and one of the key messages we would like to share with everyone is that prevention and goal zero mindset is very important. We are really focusing on the preventive factors, not the mitigation factors after the incident happens. With the Arrive Alive program, we believe that we can arrive alive really every day safely at our workplace or our homes, and to our relatives. We really are keen to develop and to use in all places the manuals and the trainings that we have, and are really open for any other ideas or sharing ideas and putting best practices together with everyone on this fight against the war on the roads. We are really keen to look at the proactive behavior, to develop the proactive behavior, and goal zero is really achievable. Assurance, of course, is really important, and it's mandatory to comply with legal legislation and standards. They go hand in hand. And learning and sharing from incidents is also very important. These are key messages for the time being. Of course, they're not limited to, and we are open for any questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.